So to start off with, I'm going to pop the duck eggs in the water bath at 65 degrees for 45 minutes. Okay, so our 45 minutes is up. I'm going to take the egg yolks out. Okay, so I'm just going to put my hay in my tray ready for smoking the egg yolks. So I'm just adding a little bit of vegetable oil just to stop the eggs from sticking. So I'm going to crack the duck eggs now and just take the yolks out. Just removing as much of the white as possible. So although you can see the whites are a bit of a strange texture, the yolks have really thickened up beautifully. Okay, so next up, I mean this is very simple. So you've literally got hay in the bottom, then I've got this suspended over the top so it's not touching the bottom, so I don't want the egg yolks to come through. You could just as easily use a cake rack or something, like a cooling rack, and just have it sat in the bottom though, as long as it's not touching the base. That's the important thing. So I'm just sealing it with foil, and it's going to go over a medium heat for approximately 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to leave it to infuse for a further 10. Okay, so the thing with the heart is, it's a muscle, just the same as sirloin or fillet, but because it works so hard, you can't cook it more than medium rare, otherwise it goes incredibly tough and chewy. So the thing we've got to do is just take out all the ventricles and the rough bits. So I'm just going to tidy it up. So I'm just trimming it until I'm just left with the flesh. If I take... Okay, so as you can see, I've just got to finish trimming this piece off, but if you look at it from the side, it's just the same as a medium rare steak. Okay, so we've just got some beautiful lean meat here now. So you can just see. Okay, we're going to leave that on the side now to finish infusing. So for a normal tartare, you'd use raw steak, but because it's a heart, I think it's just a bit too much for people. So I just take it to this sort of medium rare stage, and I find it sells a lot better. As soon as you mention heart, people think of horror films. Now with a tartare, some people mince it, but I prefer to have a slightly rougher dice or chop. But essentially this is an old-fashioned way that they'd use to make a mince. Okay, so that's ready to use. So next we're just going to chop some chives, or rather shave. I had an old head chef who was very particular. She used to threaten and scare me about chives, so we've got to make sure they're nice and fine. So we've got the chives, then I'm going to add some fine capers, just going to give a little vinegary hit, a little bit of Maldon sea salt, and a crack of black pepper. Okay, next we've got the bone marrow, which I've cleaned. So basically with the bone marrow, you just take it, push it from the bone, add it to cold water, and keep changing the cold water until you get rid of any blood that's within it. So I'm going to pop this in a dry hot pan. Okay, so now the bone marrow is ready, we're just ready to build our dish. Essentially what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the lemon juice for a bit of acidity. For a normal tartare, it's the lemon juice and the acid from the lemon that would actually cook the meat. Obviously for this one, I've already cooked the meat, so it's just more for a flavour. Okay, so that's got the right amount of lemon juice in it. We are ready to plate up. The longer the lemon juice is in the meat, the further it's going to cook it. So eventually it's going to go grayer and grayer. So you only want to do this just before you serve. Okay, so we've got the heart tartare. Now I'm adding a sweet Cicely puree. Sweet Cicely has got a nice aniseed flavour, so it's a little similar to almost like a tarragon or licorice. Then I'm adding the bone marrow, topping with the hay smoked duck yolk, which is going to give a really nice barbecued smoky taste. And then I'm just going to garnish with just a few tips of the sweet Cicely. And there we have it, ox heart tartare with sweet Cicely, hay smoked duck yolk and bone marrow. So the idea is you've got the duck yolk, which is nice and rich, you've got a little bit of aniseed coming from the sweet Cicely, and then you've got my version of a tartare, which has just been slightly cooked beforehand. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the restaurant soon.